First, I want to congratulate Kenny Omega on being inducted into the Wrestling Observer Hall of Fame, a great honor bestowed upon arguably the best wrestler in the world for the last 5 to 6 years. On Saturday, November 7th, Kenny Omega defeated Hangman Adam Page in the finals of the AEW Eliminator Tournament, earning the spot as #1 contender for the AEW Championship. On the same night, Jon Moxley, in his 9th official title defense, defeated Eddie Kingston in an I Quit match to retain the AEW Championship. After the match, Kenny Omega would confront his now future opponent, Jon Moxley. And on this past episode of Dynamite, the match would be announced to take place on December 2nd on Dynamite. Now let's quickly go over the Jon Moxley title reign as the second ever AEW Heavyweight Champion. After defeating Chris Jericho at AEW Revolution on February 29th of 2020, he has gone on to hold the AEW Championship for over 260 days. By far the longest reign in the short history of AEW. Whereas most of his reign has been under the lens of a COVID champion, similar to Drew McIntyre in WWE. This has hurt his reign a bit due to some lack of excitement with no fans being allowed in attendance at live shows. But with that being said, Jon Moxley's title run has been an overall good one. His winning of the title felt as an FU to WWE, showing that this guy was the guy the entire time and should have been set free in that company to become the type of star we knew he was. A fighting champion, defending his title so far 9 times against the likes of Jake Hager, Mr. Brody Lee, Brian Cage, Darby Allin, MJF, Lance Archer, and Eddie Kingston. Similar a title run to Bret Hart, taking on all challengers no matter the size. But with all that, being a fighting babyface champion, his reign also felt like it was never the most important thing on the show. From time to time, it felt as if other storylines on the show overshadowed the champion and whatever he was doing. So what AEW needs at this point is someone, the type of Kenny Omega, to hold the company's top title as a heel champion. For the past 5 to 6 years, Kenny Omega has been arguably the best wrestler on the planet. Going back to him being the first foreigner to win the G1 tournament and the trio of matches he had with Okada for the IWGP Heavyweight title. Eventually, finally dethroning Okada in the final match of the series before leaving to help start AEW. Showing that he does have the ability to be the top guy in the company and able to draw fans into the building. When AEW started, he was obviously announced as an executive vice president of the company. But all those involved in the elite and upper management had to be careful how they booked themselves so as not to be criticized for booking themselves into a title or into top spots, as other wrestlers in the past have been accused of doing so. So Kenny, for the first year of AEW, has feuded with Moxley before and the likes of Pac, eventually reigning as AEW Tag Team Champion with Adam Page. Now after Cody has been a 2-time TNT Champion and the Young Bucks, now the current AEW Tag Champs, it's Kenny's time to be the guy. I believed from the inception of AEW, the man who was just the IWGP Heavyweight Champion was the guy to be the true face of AEW. Obviously, understandable why he hasn't been yet, but now is the perfect time to strike and make the move. Kenny has shown his ability to be a top guy, and especially after his recent heel turn, gives him room to show more of his chops on the mic, which even being the weakest part of his game is still no slouch in that area. Kenny to me has always been better as a heel. With his almost unmatched work rate and razor-sharp precision in the ring, along with the returning persona of the Cleaner, has made him to be the perfect guy to defeat Jon Moxley. Kenny embodies what AEW is. To me, the fan of AEW, as well as the brand, fits Kenny the best of anybody. As champion, you can bank that he will always deliver, and at this time, I think AEW needs a heel champion and a champion who has the in-ring style that is what AEW is known for. Jon Moxley has been a very good champion for AEW, especially during unprecedented times, but I believe the time has come to have him lose the title. He obviously will continue to be a perennial contender and a top 5 guy on the roster and be champion again, but it's Kenny's time and time for Kenny to lead the company. That would be interesting to see if AEW decides to have him win on December 2nd on the live edition of AEW Dynamite, or they drag it out to the next pay-per-view, which is AEW Revolution, most likely in February. So AEW's plans of spreading out pay-per-views like this makes these situations pretty fluid. We will see what AEW ends up doing on December 2nd. Will Jon Moxley still be AEW champion, or will Kenny finally be the face of AEW? Let me know in the comment section who you guys think should be the face of AEW and be the guy to defeat Jon Moxley.